Sport is one of the healthiest and most enjoyable ways for children to spend their time, especially in primary schools where young children get to try new things, learn new skills and socialise with friends whilst playing. But what about when primary school sport gets competitive? Today we are going to look at both the positives and the negatives as we explore the question, is competition in primary school sport healthy for children? So let's get a professional's opinion. Sarah Green spent 7 years as a primary school teacher before moving into her current role as the district school games organiser. This means she runs and organises all of the sports competitions in the area from primary all the way up to secondary school. Here's what she had to say.
I do believe that it gives children a sense of belonging, so whether they feel that they are currently engaged with school or not, the competition does certainly give them a chance to wear their badge and take pride in what they're doing. These could be children that aren't very good at English or maths necessarily, but they do find success in working in a team on a physical basis, in maybe a team sport or individually.
Primary school teacher Victoria Jackson believes that competition is a necessary life skill for the children to learn.
I think it builds up many vital skills that we children need to use in preparation for later life. Being competitive builds up resilience, motivation, and all of those are the skills that we do need to develop for children.
Despite this view, Victoria, like other teachers, is very much aware of how badly children can take losing. However, she believes that this is part of her job responsibility and it's her duty to teach them how to deal with this.
Generally, the children I teach find losing quite difficult, but as we've mentioned earlier, preparing children and to kind of be able to understand how they can deal with losing, in a sense, is a skill that, as teachers we need to kind of introduce as part of our education-based teaching.
Many believe that competition in sport is necessary, for without it, sport ceases to be the same, both from a playing and a spectating point of view. But how do parents feel? After all, they're the ones that must put up with their child's tears and tantrums that can only come from defeat. I asked 2 parents whether they think schools overall should be more or less competitive within sport. Here's what they had to say.
More competitive. I think schools, in general, are far too liberal, and it should be more competitive. It was more competitive in my time at school, and I believe it should be pretty much the same as it is then.
I feel it's about right. It's about right at the moment. I don't think it should be more or less, because I think, as I say, not everybody is good at PE, so it's not always fair on the ones that aren't.
As you just heard, some parents believe that schools overall are not competitive enough, especially within sport, as many believe that school is meant to prepare you for life, and life is generally very competitive. I spoke to a local school governor to get his opinions and thoughts on competition for both the sporting and the academic side within his school.
Hi, I'm Richard Ascoe. I'm co-chair of the governors of Thames Ditton Infant School. As far as my own school, I know there is an element of competition, and I think that is healthy. Well, I think all sport is competitive. Otherwise, there's no point. I mean, people don't go supporting football clubs thinking that it won't, they don't want somebody to win. So all sport is competitive. So I would say, from my experience of the school that I'm a governor of, it's about achieving a result. Unfortunately, life is competitive, and schools should replicate that.